The Great Emergence is the name we're giving to the current upheaval that is certainly across all of Western culture and to some extent globally. It tries to name something that happens every 500 years. The Episcopal tradition has a Bishop Mark Dyer, who says when he gets right here that to understand the Great Emergence, what you really have to understand first is that about every 500 years the church feels compelled to have a giant rummage sale, and we're having one. And he's absolutely right. 500 years ago was, of course, the Great Reformation of 1517. 500 years before that was the Great Schism of 1051. 500 years before that was the Council of Chalcedon, the fall of Rome, the age of Gregory the Great, just to keep the greats going. 500 years before that was what's now being called increasingly the Great Transformation, the change of the eras. If we were a Jewish audience, some rabbi would rise up and say, it's not a Christian phenomenon, it's a Judeo-Christian, because 500 years from the Great Transformation, what we have, of course, is the Babylonian captivity and the end of First Temple Judaism, the birth of Second. 500 years before that, we had the Davidic dynasty out of which Meshua is to come. So, the Great Emergence, it's an every 500-year phenomenon. We're just lucky. We get to live through one. I don't think anybody knows exactly where the Great Emergence is going, much less where the Christianity, the emerging or emergent, or what Christianity is coming out of it, is going to go exactly. But there's some contours that are clearly visible right now and can be described. For one thing, this thing is radically Jesus-oriented. It takes the position, he meant what he said, which is fairly radical. It is definitely communal, even to the point that about a quarter of it is probably engaging in a form of monasticism, as a matter of fact. It's post-denominational, it's post-Protestant. It is largely based in virtual reality as opposed to bricks and mortar, and organizes itself on the net. It is deeply concerned with theologies of religion that get rid of Christian particularity or exclusivitism. It is dipping back ardently, if you will, to 1st, 2nd, and 3rd century to try to find there the passionate parts of the Christian liturgy that sustained the church during those dreadful years of persecution, and then to incorporate those into itself. So wherever it's going, there's every reason right now to rejoice that God is doing a new thing amongst us, and it's called emerging or emergent Christianity.